Good evening, students. Let us see today with another topic, that is the antenatal preparation. So during the pregnancy, the mother is given counseling and advice regarding the various things which help her in carrying the pregnancy well. Okay, so what happened during the pregnancy? In order to carry a healthy pregnancy, we will give counseling regarding the various things. Okay, so the main points are, so the counseling is given regarding the antenatal counseling, antenatal exercises, antenatal diet, substance abuse during the pregnancy, and education for the childbirth, husband and families, preparation for safe confinement, and prevention from the radiation. Okay, so you have to give counseling about these things. Okay, so let us see one by one. So let us see about the antenatal counseling. So why we have to give the antenatal counseling is in order to strengthening the prenatal bonding. Okay, so in order to give the prenatal bonding, you have to give the counseling. So in this, the counseling is provided to the couple during the antenatal period. It will help in enhancing the bond between the fetus and the parents. Okay, so what happened here is, by giving the counseling to both the couple during the antenatal period, so which will increase the bond between the fetus and the parents. Okay, and the various developmental aspects of the fetus during the periods of pregnancy are explained to the parents. So here, and also you have to give the advices or the counseling regarding the developmental aspects of the fetus. Also you have to discuss with both the parents, and it makes the parents close to the baby in the womb. Okay, so that they can be very assured towards the baby. So next one, overcome the anticipatory fears of the labor, birth and parenting. Okay, so what happened here is, you have to when you give a counseling towards pregnancy or the antenatal period, she can able to overcome the anticipatory fear towards the labor, birthing and also parentinghood. Okay, so here the counselor can try to alleviate the mother's fear. So what you have to do is, so the counselor must alleviate to prevent the mother's fear during the pregnancy. So the mother can discuss all the doubts openly. Sometimes a couple can become anxious about the certain issues related to the parenthood. So what happened here is, you have to clear all the doubt of the mother, and you have to discuss very clearly with the mother regarding her doubts. And sometimes a couple can become very anxious or the worry towards the issues related to the parenthood. Then reduce the stress that can negatively impact labor and birth. So what happen if the mother is having a more stress, that will impact on labor and the birth. Okay, so here the counseling the mother that who is free from the mental tension can give birth to healthy baby in healthy way. As we know, if the mother is psychologically fit, she can able to give the healthy baby in a healthy way. Okay, then find one's own individual style for coping with the labor pains and choosing the birth facility. So here what you have to do is, you have to make them choices toward the birthing facility, and also give the coping with the labor pains. Okay, then a proper attention is personal hygiene, and the proper attention to the personal hygiene, adequate rest and sleeping comfortable position, wearing the loose and comfortable clothing, avoiding the high heel shoes, traveling must be avoided during the first and last trimester. Okay, so you have to advise the patient to not to travel during the first and the last trimester of the pregnancy. And the coitus is also to be avoided. You have to instruct both the couple to avoid the coitus during the pregnancy. And smoking and alcohol should be restrained. Okay, and also you have to warn both the couple to not to go for the smoking and the alcohol consumption. And mother should be immunized for the fetus and for the tetanus and the rubella. So here the mother should be must immunized with the TT, as we know. And let us see the antenatal exercises. Okay, so let us see how the antenatal exercises will help during the pregnancy. Is the benefits of exercises are reduction in aches and pains that of the pregnancy, that is the examples are backache and cramps. So what happens, so here if the mother is having the prolonged dull pains or the pains during the pregnancy, that is the backache and the cramps, that will alleviate or that will reduce by doing the antenatal exercises. And improved posture and body awareness, and also these exercises will help in improve the posture and also body awareness. And reduce the constipation. So during the antenatal period the mother will have the constipation, so that will can be reduced by this antenatal exercises. And reduction in the minor ailments of the pregnancy. So during the pregnancy the mother will have the few minor ailments, for example either it is a nausea, either it is a vomiting, either it is a back pain. Okay, so some kind of fatigue also, that will get rid of by doing the antenatal exercises. And aids postnatal recovery. So what happened by doing the antenatal exercises, which will give the postnatal recovery. Okay, so that will help in postnatal recovery. Then improves the ability to cope with the labor and the childbirth. Okay, so it and also improves the ability to cope with the labor and the childbirth. Energy level will be increased and helps in regain the shape more quickly after the delivery. Okay, so these are all the benefits of the exercises during the pregnancy. So these are all the few antenatal exercises which can be done by the mother. So let us see the antenatal diet. Okay, so the nutrition plays an important role to have a healthy pregnancy. So the pregnancy happens to be most demanding period of the women, hence eating a balanced diet becomes all the more important. So what happens here, by taking a proper diet, or the nutrition plays a major role to have a healthy pregnancy. So if she take a balanced diet, it will become very more important. Okay, so here the carbohydrates and the fats, the intake of the carbohydrates should be sufficient, otherwise the weight gain in pregnancy is poor. Okay, so you have to advise a patient to have a carbohydrate diet, so that will help in weight gain during the pregnancy. And diet should contain the essential fatty acids. Okay, then proteins, eat a variety of protein rich foods. Then minerals, calcium, iron, sodium, zinc, iodine, it prevents the adverse effects in fetus. Okay, what happened, so you have to advise the patient to take calcium diet, iron diet, and sodium and zinc and iodine. So these are all the vitamins or the minerals which will help say prevents the adverse effect in the fetus. Okay, then the calcium requirement is double, so to develop the baby bones healthy. Okay, you have to even encourage the mother to take a more calcium diet in order to improve the develop the baby bones healthy. Then folic acid is the most important nutrient, it prevents the neural tube defect. Okay, so you have to advise the patient to go with the folic acid supplementation, so that will help in prevent the neural tube defects in the baby. Then fiber should be taken in large amount. Okay, so in order to avoid the constipation problem in the women, so you have to encourage the patient mother to take a more fiber diet. Okay, then next see the substance abuse during the pregnancy. Okay, so the substance abuse, the fetus grows and develops due to the nourishment from mother via the placenta. So what happens here is the whatever the diet which is taken by the mother, that will passes through the placenta to the baby, so that the baby can develop or the growths and properly. So a toxin can also get delivered through the placenta. Okay, so apart from the diet or the nourishment, the other things, okay, or the other toxins also which can be passes to the baby through the placenta. So the substance abuse of the alcohol, tobacco and other drugs can deprive the baby of all essential nutrients. Okay, so substance abuse is nothing but here what is happening is the harmful or the hazardous use of the psychoactive substances, including the either it may be alcohol, either it is a drugs. Okay, so which includes cocaine, alcohol, heroin or hallucinogens. Okay, so when the mother takes all these things, what happens, that will deprive the baby all the essential nutrients and oxygen to develop normally. Then abusives and their effect. Okay, so what happens when mother takes alcohol, either cocaine or the other things? So how it will affect during the pregnancy is the smoking during the pregnancy passes a nicotine and cancer causing the drugs to the baby. Okay, so what happens when mother takes a smoking or the drugs to the baby, that will cause the cancer to the baby. And smoke also keeps baby from getting the nourishment and raises a chance of stillbirth or premature birth. Okay, so what happens if the when the mother smokes, and what happens, it will raise the chances of stillbirth or premature birth. Okay, then avoid use of the alcohol as it causes the fetal alcohol syndrome or alcohol related neurodevelopmental disorders. So what happened here is when avoiding use of the alcohol as it causes, okay, avoid use of the alcohol causes fetal alcohol syndrome. So here the fetal alcohol syndrome means causing the brain damage or the growth problems in the fetus and also other neurodevelopmental disorders. So these are all the combination of the structural, neurological and behavioral problems which can occur by as because of the substance abuse. So let us see the education for the childbirth. Okay, so telling the mother about the anatomy of her reproductive organs and changes in these organs occurring during the pregnancy. Okay, so earlier we have seen the physiological changes during the pregnancy, that and all you have to explain to the mother. Then relaxing techniques you have to explain, and careful attention to the emotional aspects of the pregnancy and stages of the labor and birth, and the birthing also you have to the psychological preparation can be given to the mother regarding the stages of the labor and also birthinghood. Then teaching regarding the puerperal period. Okay, so after the postnatal period also, what are all the changes which will takes place after the delivery, that also you have to explain to the mother. And newborn care. Okay, so about the newborn care also you have to explain, and the breastfeeding, about the breastfeeding and its importance, and also the breast care. So these all should be explained to the mother. Then next, husband and families. So the involvement of the family or the husband as they are decision makers, as it will result into. Okay, so what happen when you involve the complete family or the husband as a decision maker, so which will result in increased support to the women during the pregnancy. Okay, so when you give the complete psychological preparation, or when you give a counseling to the family and the husband also, they will give the support to the women during the pregnancy, and use of the contraception in order to avoid the unwanted pregnancies, and act as a role model, and reduce violence at home, and better communication and strong bonding helps wife to take a balanced diet with timely checkups. So let us see the preparation for the safe confinement. Okay, so let us see the preparation for the safe confinement. Confinement is nothing but safe pregnancy. So home deliveries are considered safe if mother is low risk women. Okay, so what happens when the mother is a low risk woman, that is a healthy multipara. Okay, so though she is an third gravida or the second gravida, if she is a healthy, it will come that will be called as a low risk women. And also the normal medical and the obstetric history. Okay, so if she is having the normal medical and the obstetric history, so she can go for the home delivery. Otherwise the complicated cases must be referred to the hospital. Okay, then prevention from the radiation. So how to prevent a radiation? So in earlier classes we have seen what are all the effects which can be occur due to the radiation on a pregnancy. So nowadays the MRI and the ultrasonography are used. As we know, the most of the investigations for the mother mainly are ultrasonography and MRI. So if in any case the radiation has to be used after the first trimester in low doses, and the fetus should be well protected. Okay, so if the mother is advised for the radiation procedure, so you during her after the first trimester, the fetus must be well protected. Okay, so here the risks of the radiation is there is a chances of malignancy due to the radiation, and low IQ occur in the baby, and microcephaly, cataract and the cleft palate. So these are all the conditions which can be takes place due to the radiation effects in the baby. Okay, and it can be prevented by the proper shielding, app filters, and reducing the exposure time. Okay, so in order to reduce these complications, you can you can prevent by proper shielding, proper covering of the baby, and proper protection can be taken place, and app filters. Okay, so low filters can be used, and the reduce the exposure time also can be decreased in order to avoid that complications. At last, try to avoid the radiological procedures. Okay, so and also the radiological process also be can decreased or they avoided in order to prevent the further complication. Okay, thank you. So this is about the antenatal preparation. Okay, so girls, if you have any doubts, so please call me and let me clear the doubts of your related to the topic. Thank you.